It's all about the bunny. Hi, I'm the Artsy Crafter, and today I want to show you 8 really fun Easter crafts for you to do with your students. So stay tuned. I know you're going to love them, and I'm going to show you how to put them all together. So all you're going to do is fold on this dashed line. So line up your points and make your first fold. And then these are the ears, so fold down. Do the other side. And then these two tabs on the bottom get folded in. And you can glue them if you want, but you can see I can stand it up immediately. Oopsies. What you should do actually is fluff out that front part. And then you can stand them up and your 2 flip-flop bunnies are finished. Okay, now let's put the bunny box together. So you can see I have 2 ends that I've decorated for you. One end that you can do a writing activity, and the other end that you can decorate yourself. So what I want you to do is cut them all out, and oh yes, don't forget the handle. And then with the one that you're going to work on, what I want you to do is just come in here on the sides and do a little bit of extra trimming here in that middle section, okay? So you see how I just notched it out, and do that on both sides. So basically what I'm doing is cutting off that dark line. So go get yourself caught up to me and come on back and I'll show you how to glue it together. Okay, let's glue this together now. So I'll start with the section that I decorated. And what I'm going to do is just fold on that dashed line. Go on 2 spots. That's going to be the outside, okay? So on the inside, now remember, you've already completed your writing activity and you've done your decorations. And do the same thing here. And fold it. And if you've notched it enough, it should fit right inside of the other one, okay? So what I want you to do is glue those 2 together. So all I'm going to do is put some glue here on the base and then line this up. Okay, and you can see I can stand my little bunny up right away. And what I want you to do now is glue just the tips of their little hands together. So all I'm going to do is put glue on one side and then glue the hands. So you go and do that with all the hands, and then I'll show you how to put the handle on. Okay, I've got all my little bunny hands glued together. So now you're going to put the handle on. Decide what you want the front of your basket to be. I've decided on this. So that means I'm going to put the handle on the opposite 2 sides, okay? So all you're going to do here is put glue on the front of each portion of the handle and then glue that handle in here behind the bunny ears on either side, okay? So you've got craft number 3 done. Next, I'm going to show you how to put your hand puppet together. Okay, craft number 4 is the bunny hand puppet. So I've cut out my hand puppet plus the 2 handles. Now all you're going to do here is fold on the 2 dashed lines again. So there's one fold. And there's another dashed line here just above the bow. 2 folds. And then all I do is bring those two together. And by those two, I mean those two dashed lines. You see that? And then just make a new fold. And there's your hand puppet done, ready to go. Okay, and when you open it up, you can see two teeth in there. So you need the handles. So adjust the handles for the size of your hand. So all I do is take the handle and I round it up here on the back, and I'll do the other one on the bottom. And you might have to, if your hand's smaller, just make it a little bit smaller, adjust it, and then cut off that excess. So there's the back of my hand puppet now. You can see the handles are glued in place. I can slide my hand in there and I'm ready for my own little puppet show. So now we're ready for the Simple Bunny. So after you have cut it out and colored it, just turn it over and fold on the two dashed lines. And you can see your bunny wants to stand up already. But what you're going to do is just put glue on the tips of the ears, which will glue the front and the back of the bunny together. So once you glue the tops of the ears together, you can stand up the Simple Bunny and he's ready for Easter. Enjoy him. So now we're ready to put the cone head together. So what you're going to do is color the entire cone head and cut it out, and then take the extra ribbon in the carrot and put some glue on the center of the ribbon and glue that over the one that's on the cone head and fluff up the edges of the ribbon, and do the same with the carrot. Fluff up the edges of the greenery and put glue just on the back of the carrot and glue that in place. And then let it sit for a minute to dry so that when we start putting the cone head together, you won't run into any difficulties. Now let's form the tab. So I want you to turn the cone head over. Now be careful that you don't squash that ribbon and carrot. And take your ruler and place your ruler near the edge of that dashed line. And with your hand, just gently fold up that tab. And then you're going to take some glue and apply some glue to that tab so that that tab gets hidden on the inside of the cone head. Once the glue is in place, I want you just basically to line up the top edge and the bottom edge, and then roll that cone head. Maybe put your hand inside as well and get that tab glued to the inside of the cone head. So there's the finished cone head, and you can see how beautiful he looks, and the back is lined up perfectly. Hope you love it. Now stay tuned, I'm going to show you how to make Hippity. So let's make Hippity now. So I've already colored mine and cut it out, but you can see mine looks different than yours because I've left you a writing activity here. So I want you to complete the writing activity, color, cut it out, and then come on back and I'll show you how to put it together. So now I want you to take the scissors and on either end of the head and by the ears, I want you to make some notches. Just be really careful that you don't cut the ears off or chop off his little head. So you make those 4 little cuts and then I'll show you how to put things together. So now we're going to make our 2 folds, 2 spots. Just turn Hippity over and fold on those 2 dashed lines. The next fold you're going to make is Hippity's head. So just fold that back and carefully fold that line. Then take Hippity's head and slide it over the ears and down so that the notches on the head can slide into the notches where you made on the ears. Okay, and if you have difficulties, just lift it off and re-notch a tiny little bit. So once you have the head in place, what I would like you to do is on the bottom, just put a little crease. So just sort of fold the bottom two legs together. You don't have to fold it flat, and fluff again with your hand. And that really helps the little bunny stand up in a more sturdy fashion. Hope you love him. Now I'm going to show you how to put Hoppity together. Okay, the last craft in the package is Hoppity. So what I want you to do now is go and complete the writing activity and then cut on the outside solid lines and decorate the face. Now you can see that all of these sections are sitting blank. You can decorate those up as well. So you come on back when you have that ready to go and I'll show you how to do your folds. Okay, I've already started my folding without you, but basically all you're going to do, wherever you see a dashed line, just fold it under. So here's one I didn't do yet. All I do is sort of pinch it. So I start folding it and then I give it a pinch, maybe in the middle and on the sides, and then I crease it. So all of the dashed lines need folding. And the center here, this pentagon, five-sided shape, it's a solid line, but I want you to fold those down as well. Okay, so all of those get folded, and you can see once you start the folds, you see how that just sort of takes shape already. So we're going to then glue, once we have that done, starting at the little face and then working our way around. So you come on back when you have your folds done, fold everything down and those dashed lines in, and then come on back and we'll glue. Okay, so I'm going to start gluing, and I'm going to start right here at the face. So I'll move one side out of the way and I'll put glue on that tab. And then all I'm going to do is bring those two together. You can see the oopsies, and you can see the nose lines up perfectly there. And move around and do the same thing. So put glue on the tab. So you see how that's nicely taking shape already? So you continue going around the top, and then I'll show you how to do the bottom. Okay, so you can see I have my little bunny head glued in place. And now what I'm going to do is glue the bottom. So you can see I have two tabs here and another tab here. So it's going to get glued in 3 spots. So put glue on those tabs, tuck one in, and then glue on those other 2 tabs, and then hold that in place so that the bottom of the bunny is glued closed. So you do that and come on back and I'll show you the last 2 steps. Okay, so you glued the bottom of the head closed. Now what you're going to do is take the body and just roll it over and put glue on that one tab and close that. And then you can stand up your little bunny, and you can see I've got some ears that you can glue on and then some feet. So with the feet, what you're going to do is fold over and then put glue here on the front and tuck those feet inside that body. So I'll go and do that as well, and I'll come back and I'll show you what Hoppity looks like finished. So you can see that Hoppity's finished. I glued him closed here. I added the 2 big feet. I think that helps stabilize him. He stands up very well. And the 2 ears on the back of the head. So I hope you love it. So now what I'm going to do is show you all the bunnies together. So here they all are, gathered together, waiting for Easter to begin. Hope you love It's All About the Bunny. Enjoy your bunny crafts. Have a great Easter, and I hope to see you soon.